for the rest of my life. And if you don't know Grandmaster Junri, you can Google him, one of the most incredible men. He's the one who introduced martial arts to the West. And he's got a Centurion club. He's got a Centurion club that at 100, you must do 100 push-ups under a minute. And that's his thing. I mean, so he inspires me. So these type of mentors, you'll see over and over that people that will change your life are people that are coming. And so my professional background, as I say.
Can you leave us for 1 minute?
Yeah. And those of you, when I got started in my professional career after I graduated from UCLA, my first job was in Burbank. And of course, I didn't have a green card, so nobody will give me a job, even with a UCLA degree. So the only people that will give me a job is in sales.
No H1?
No, nothing, back in the 80s. And I became good in sales. And when you're good in sales, you can do anything because they don't pay you anything. You bring money first. Then they pay you from that. And I met Tony Robbins. I went to his sales seminar, and my first, this was back one of my first retirement party, and then a few years ago, he and I caught up again, so you know, at another mastermind event. When I saw him first, I said to myself, at that point, he was the most profound speaker and the most dynamic speaker in my life. And everything that he was sharing with, I said to myself, I want to master what he's teaching. I don't want to dabble in it. And I said, what better way to master than to go and work for him? He'll make sure I live it, otherwise he'll fire me. That's called a total immersion learning. And I did not go there because I wanted to make money. I went there because I wanted to master what he's teaching. And guess what? I ended up making the most money, more money than anyone in the company. And that's why I was able to retire at age 29. My first retirement. And how many of you know who Tony Robbins is in here? How many of you have done the firewalk?
Okay.
Only one? Jim? Nobody has done the firewalk?
I do the firewalk when it's hot.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm talking about what made him famous is a marketing game that, and at the seminar, thousands of people, the first day, we take our shoes off, socks off, roll our pants, and we walk barefoot on a hot bed of burning coal. This is 2,000 degrees. You walk barefoot on a hot bed of cold. I have done it many, many times. I used to be 6'7".
So what's the idea behind it?
Thank you. The idea behind it is not that, hey, after your barbecues, hey, Grandma, look, I can do with the coal. No, the idea behind that is very simple. If right now, this very second, if anything in your life that you don't have, and there is one reason that you don't have, it is some form of fear.
Fear.
Some form of fear. It's fear of unknown, fear of looking bad, fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of success, some form of fear that is stopping us. And no matter what that is, I can promise you, or fear of cold calling, we all have. It's just, we all have fears at a different level. But no matter what the fear is, if I bring you right now a hot burning coal right now, and I said, walk barefoot, that fear is more real at that moment than anything else. Because you know that you can take a stove at home and touch the stove and you never do that again, even as a child, because that's how you learn. But then somebody's asking you to walk barefoot on a hot bed of coal, and you say to myself, I've never done that. I know I cannot do that. But everyone in the seminar, the thousands of people, they all do it. They walk barefoot on a hot bed of coal. And then when you're on the other side, the purpose is this, that I'm the same person who 30 seconds ago, not in a million years, could think that I could walk barefoot on a hot bed of coal. I just did it. What else do I say to myself that I cannot do?
Yep.
For the rest of your life, when you say to yourself, I'm too tired, I cannot do it, he said, you draw power. It's called an experiential knowledge. Experiential, that's the purpose of it. And that's the seminar is called Fear into Power. fear into power, unleash the power within. And those of you, you've never seen Tony Robbins live, not listen to his tape or TV, you owe it to yourself once in your lifetime to see a master communicator live. And put it on your bucket list, not for 20 years, for this year. That you're going to go find out what his next event is, and you're going to go. Ronell.
Aren't we doing that now?
I'm sorry? Yes.
Aren't we doing that right now?
Yes.
All right, well,
So we
bucket list accomplished.
yeah. We're so that's the reason I joined Tony Robbins, and I just said I came out of retirement because back in '97 a friend of mine started an internet company, and back in '97 people didn't even know how to spell email, so way before, and I was fortunate that I got in early. Timing in life is sometimes everything. Would you agree? And we took a company from startup nothing to 2 billion in market cap.
Wow.
And so I was pretty much, I thought I was set for life. And I was also vested. But then I was running 3 divisions of the company, was Palo Alto, Oak Ridge, Tennessee, and Tampa. And then in 1999, when the stock market crashed, it just took me completely down, all out. How many remember the '99 crash? When the stock market crashed, I slept like a baby. Woke up every hour and cried. And I said to myself that I made a killing in the stock market. I shot my broker. I felt like shooting my broker. I gave him all these millions of dollars, and he couldn't see it coming. He couldn't see it coming with all these things, with all his PhD, everything else. What chance do I have? What chance do I have? So right at that point, I made a commitment to myself that, because I didn't understand the stock market. I just gave somebody the money. There's room here. Come on over. Please join us. Renat, would you sit in there?
There's a spot
Yeah,
right
there's a
there.
spot right
Hey.
there. And yes,
So did you lose everything? What was the outcome?
I lost everything. Because not only I lost everything, because how many of you understand what margin call is? Margin call is you can go below 0. And 0 was I was looking up like that to 0. 0 would have been such a happy day. And then, so I can't. And I have no idea how I'm going to get out of this, because I dug a hole so deep. I'm pulling my hair out. I thought, you know what? Give me the rope. Make it, just get it over with. And all those thoughts, it goes through all of us. We're all humans. And, sorry?
So you never thought about selling some of your stock and investing in real estate or selling cars?
Well, I don't have any. It's all gone.
Yeah, but I mean back in the day.
Yes, so that's saying I was running, the stock was about $50, and I said to myself, I'm going to diversify when I take it to 100. And instead of going to 100, it went the other direction. Stupid stuff. But here I am, pulling my hair out late night. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life at this point. I'm going to pay for anything. I'm going to take care of my family. And flipping through channels, middle of the night, because I can't fall asleep. Here comes a midnight guru. He comes on, he says, you can make money in real estate with no money, no credit. I said, I qualify. And he goes, I'm coming to town. He says, come to my free seminar. I said, I can afford that. I go to his free seminar. What I didn't know, that it was free to get in, but not free to get out. How many of you have been to those seminars? And $22,000 later, when I walked out of that seminar, and I bought everything that he had. I bought everything that he had, and my philosophy in life is I will trust you unless you give me reasons not to. And here I am, at a seminar where all these people and all the testimonials are saying to people how they have made money in real estate with no money, no credit, and he's willing to teach me step by step. And investment was $22,000. I didn't have it. I had my last American Express card that didn't have any preset spending limit, and I said, okay, I didn't have the money. I said, I better make the money back before the monthly payment is due, because I don't have the money to make the monthly payment. And but I believed in it, and I put the money. And the I don't have a interesting thing is I wish I could stand up and tell you that, hey, in 30 days later I made sale, everything happened. No, it didn't. That 30 days came, and then I had to borrow, money from other credit card just to make the minimum payment. I don't know, nobody ever here has done that. We all do what we have to do. We do what we have to do because if you believe in it. And then I came out of it. It took me about 6 months of struggle, and there are many times during the 6 months, and I said to myself, what the F I'm doing here? I can go get a job, and I have qualifications. What am I doing being an entrepreneur? What am I doing in this low-income neighborhood? My lifestyle never even took me to the low-income neighborhood prior to that. I'm flying high everywhere, and so what I'm going to share with you how I got out of it, but one thing in common. Remember, I said that it's hard for me to share with you things that I don't know where we all are. We're all at different stages in life, but no matter what stage in life you are, one thing that you and I have in common is whatever it is that you're doing right now, you want to become successful. You want to become successful at it. Am I correct? Yeah?
We're not like it more deals.
Yes. So you want to become more successful at what is it that you're doing. So if you want to become successful at what is it that you're doing, then this is the time I'm going to play a game with you. So what I'm going to do, ask you a question is, I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to think of the most successful person that you know in your life. Who is the most, if I ask you right now, who is the most successful person that you know, whose picture comes to your mind? Is it your mother? Is it your father? Is it Benjamin Franklin? Is it Mahatma Gandhi? Is it Martin Luther King? And it could be somebody that you've read about. It could be somebody from history, or it could be somebody, your brother, your family member, somebody. And the reason that picture came to your mind, I want you to take out a piece of paper and write down what 3 qualities about them, or think about it, what are the 3 qualities, 1 or 2, 3 qualities that made you picture that person as opposed to anyone else on this planet, that person is the most successful person? What are those qualities? Why? Why are they so successful by your definition, not my definition? Because your successful person is very different than my successful person. I'm asking you, what qualities does your successful person possess that made you think of that person as the successful person? So if I were to, I don't have a flip chart to write, but tell me one quality that somebody has written down.
Perseverance.
Perseverance, excellent.
Solution provider.
They're always solution thinkers, solution provider.
Genuine.
They're very genuine. All successful people that you're,
Organized.
they're highly organized.
Conviction, strong
They
conviction.
have strong conviction.
Is shared good guidelines to live by?
They have good guidelines to live by. They have a moral compass. And
Gives hope.
Know how to leverage.
they know how to leverage.
They have a vision.
They have a vision, definitely.
Strong character.
They have a high moral character. And because these are people that you're thinking of. And because today, I normally usually don't stop until I get 100 of these qualities. And because I don't have time, I'm going to just to make a point. And would you say that all successful people, that they're highly passionate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. They're focused. They're a very focused individual. And they're knowledgeable. They're action-oriented. They're visionary. They're committed. They're ethical. They're persistent. They're punctual. They're highly productive. They're compassionate. They're responsible, reliable, leadership, organized. They think outside the box. They're kind. They break the comfort zone. They're hardworking. Perhaps they also have a very good sense of humor. They always like to have fun. Is that true?
Yeah.
And so, the game that I want to play with you right now is this. I've written down all these qualities, and by the way, I've done it so many times. Pretty much, it's a variation of this list. And we go to 100, the really good ones come out. Because I don't have time, so I stopped at 20, just to give you a sample to make my point. What I'm going to do, I'm going to play the game is here. is I'm going to write down and so I'm going to go down and I'm going to keep a tally of this on myself over here on my notepad on the phone, so you know. So I'm going to, the game is called attitude versus skills. Attitude versus skills. And how many of these, I want to ask you the question is, let's say number one. And you guys all vote. That means you say it out loud when I ask you the question. Passionate, is that an attitude or a skill?
Attitude.
It's an attitude. So I'm going to write 1 for attitude. And then focus, is that an attitude or a skill?
Maybe both.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to write down for that, let's say just hypothetically speaking, that some people say it's an attitude, some people say it's a skill. So I'm going to write down for both. And, oops, sorry. Right there, so I have one attitude, and then and I'm going to put in AS. So that means some people say that, and I'm going to come to my point, AS, attitude and skill. They say knowledgeable. Is that an attitude or a skill?
Skill.
Skill. Okay, and next one.